to be prudent in the practice of law, but always, always putting your Christian identity, putting your Ateneo identity, always, always on the core. And so we pray that as you practice the profession of law, you may always uphold the rule of law. You may always defend the rights of the poor, especially those who cannot defend themselves.
Welcome to Big Bold Blue 2020, the Ateneo Law Grand Alumni Homecoming.
2020 is a year of great trials, not just for the Ateneo Law community or the country, but for people all over the world. One of the hardest, but perhaps the most logical decision that we had to make was not to celebrate the Grand Alumni Homecoming the way we used to. But because we are Ateneans, and most of us are lawyers, we overcome trials. And now, despite the challenges, we all are here tonight.
It is a distinct homecoming, connected yet apart. We come together to go back to where we started. In our hearts, we come home tonight to Ateneo Law School.
Not only do we go back to where we started, Mike, we also acknowledge and appreciate how far we have come. This year of 2020, we honor in a special way the jubilarian classes of 1960, 1970, 1980, and of course, the Silver Jubilarians, class of 1995. Tonight, we celebrate not just milestones, but more importantly, meaningful service in the legal profession.
As we consider the difference we can make as human beings in this time of crisis, let this year's homecoming prompt us to reflect upon what it means to be the big, the bold, and the blue in these challenging times, and as well as in this evening of celebration. Big to attest to the size of the Ateneans' hearts, bold to characterize the quality of the Atenean spirit, blue to affirm your devotion to Mary and gratitude for being Atenean. Welcome home, Ateneans, and congratulations to the celebrating Ateneo Law Big, Bold, and Blue classes of 1960, 1970, 1980, and 1995. And kudos to our hosts from the class of 1996. Good evening all, and ad maiorem Dei Gloria.
We get together to celebrate one another's achievements and remember the values and ideals we have learned during our stay in law school, which have helped us become the persons that we are today. This year's homecoming is not different. While we may not be together physically, we continue to celebrate. We celebrate each other, our perseverance, our ability to adapt and survive adversity. Now more than ever, during this time of pandemic, we are reminded that we are men and women for others, that we are Ignatian lawyers.
Good evening to all my fellow alumni. The COVID-19 pandemic certainly threw several major hurdles before the host class of 1996. Happily, they jumped over each trial and persevered to provide the alumni with a moment of joy and relief during these trying times. Through their efforts, we've seen that the homecoming of Ateneans is more than a night of food and drinks, but a big, bold, blue gathering of like-minded individuals dedicated to a noble profession in the service of others. This joy of togetherness is the best gift the class of 1996 could have given to the whole alumni community. So congratulations to the jubilarian classes of 1960, 1970, 1980, and 1995.
The Ateneo de Manila Law Alumni Association, Inc., and the 2019-2020 Board of Trustees and Officers are honored to present the Distinguished Alumni Award for Private Practice to Amado M. Santiago Jr. for his distinguished 62-year career in private practice, which specialized on corporate litigation.
I never thought that people whom I will give 5 when they were taking taxation will be among those who will vote for me. Thank you very much for this award, which is transparent, clear, and very, very, very obvious to everyone who is looking at it. Something which we want our administration and our laws to be. Thank you very much.
Surviving the rigors of Ateneo Law School was a challenge. I consider graduating from Ateneo Law School as one of the great achievements of my life. I learned a lot from great professors who were masters of the law and great law school deans who nurtured me to becoming a lawyer. I thank them for showing me that indeed they are a man for others. I hope that by being a public servant, I have repaid them for their sacrifice and dedication.
We value the years we spent in law school, that H.V. de la Costa building, that library, those stairs, that cafeteria, those classrooms. For these were the places we got introduced to Enzo, Cello, Noriel, Punzi, and Hani. From small talks to recitation tips, to making of digest, to Saturday gimmicks after class. Those friendships developed into deep and meaningful relationships and partnerships, no matter how short their stay on earth was. Each passing of a loved one leaves positive memories. Remember the way you laughed out loud, the many ways you made us smile and happy, your all too many friendly advices that have guided us through life, the thoughtful moments no matter how big and small, and the many more that helped us through the years. We shall treasure all of these. Thank you, Enzo, Cello, Noriel, Punzi, and Hani.
This year of 2020, aside from celebrating milestones, we celebrate meaning in life and continued passion for service.
The class of 1996 had many obstacles for this year's homecoming event, but these obstacles presented new ways of raising funds. First, we had Bolt of Blue, a virtual run and bike event to support scholars and beneficiaries. We now share with you the project of 1996.
Now, more than ever, we are called to be big, bold, and blue. The spirit of St. Ignatius is about generosity, to be men and women for others, to help and serve the least of our neighbors. This year, Class of 1996 has committed to support 3 initiatives focused on the underprivileged youth and their families, on college students from San Nicolas, Batangas and their families, living at the foot of Taal who were displaced by the eruption, on orphan boys of Casamiyani in Sorsogon who learned to bake and brought bread to the frontliners and COVID patients in the provincial hospital, and our very own Ateneo Law alumni scholars. We are grateful and humbled by the support from our batchmates, our families, and friends, and we invite other Ateneo Law alumni who may want to join us in this endeavor. The Ateneo spirit is alive. Let us send them a message of hope. This song is dedicated to them and to all of you.
kay bigat ng iyong dinadala. Kahit di mo man sabihin, paghihirap mo'y nadarama ko rin. Narito ang mga palad ko, handang dumamay kung kailangan mo. Asahan mong mayroon kang kaibigan, laging tapat sa'yo. At kung kailangan mo ako, sa oras ng iyong pag-iisa, kung nanininding, asahan mo ako ay darating. Kung kailangan mo ako, sa sandaling di ko na ang lahat. Pusong kay tamis, kailan may di kita matitiis. Sa sandaling kailangan mo ako.
Narito ang mga palad ko, handang dumamay kung kailangan mo.
Asahan mong mayroon kang kaibigan, laging tapat sa'yo.
At kung kailangan mo ako, sa oras ng iyong pag-iisa, kung naninimdim, asahan mong ako ay darating.
Kung kailangan mo ako, sa sandaling di ko na ang lahat. Pusong kay tamis, kailan may di kita matiis. Sa sandaling kailangan mo ako.
Has been said that there's magic in challenging the impossible, and this is where our story begins. We started off defeated and discussed the cancellation of the 2020 homecoming as other schools have done the same. However, in our discussions with the Alumni Board of Trustees, it was the deep sentiment that we could not let pass the moment to honor our jubilarian batches 1960, 1970, 1980, and 1995, even if it meant scaling down the celebrations by 90%. As you may agree, it is a painful time for most, and a lavish celebration would just be uncalled for and against our core values as being men and women for others. So tonight is a testament to the Atenean strength of spirit, tenacity, and boldness in times of adversity. And our gift to the jubilarian batches, more than this virtual homecoming, is the gift of service. There's magic in challenging the impossible, and it takes a special kind of team to swim against this current. Join me to thank the batch 1996 homecoming core group who unselfishly gave their time and talent over the past 12 months. On behalf of the Ateneo Law community, thank you. You're all rock stars. And together with you all, it has been a privilege serving the Ateneo Law community once again.
Come on and rock me tonight. Ako'y sa'yo forever. Kaya di buhos mo na, pagkat tayo ay together. Rock
bawat galaw ng iyong katawan. Ako'y lalo nang nahihibang.
Come on and rock tonight. Ako'y sa'yo forever. Kaya di buhos mo na pagkat tayo ay together.
Rock, baby, rock. Rock! Rock! Rock, baby, rock. Dahan-dahan lang. Rock, baby, rock. Ako'y mag-aabang.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Rock, baby, rock. Rock it to my heart. Rock, baby, rock. Rock it to my heart. Rock, baby, rock. Rock it to my heart. Rock, baby, rock. Rock it to my heart.
This is Mike, wishing that the next year will be bigger and better.
And I am Christine. I'm honored to have been your MC for this virtual homecoming.